Okay.
Congresswoman, let me just quickly, you mentioned the closure of the Chinese Communist Party's consulate in Houston. That's getting a lot of reaction this morning. China complaining overnight, and Morgan Ortagus, the State Department spokeswoman, putting out a statement simply saying that the United States won't tolerate the PRC's violations of our sovereignty and intimidation. This, as the Secretary of State, Pompeo is calling for an international coalition against the CCP. Your reaction this morning?
Listen, I think this is the latest example of the extent to which this administration has taken very important steps to hold China accountable. There's no question the Chinese Communist Party has for decades, and you know, I think parties, both of our parties, when they were in power, got China wrong for 20 years, thinking that if we simply opened up to them economically, that they would become a responsible member of the community of nations. They have not done that. They have, in fact, been at war with us in many ways. Whether you're talking about espionage, whether you're talking about what they've done in the South China Sea, whether you're talking about stealing our intellectual property, whether you're talking about the extent to which we've seen hacks into our personnel systems and other places, the Chinese Communist Party has got to be held accountable. We just passed the National Defense Authorization Act yesterday here in the House that had important resources in it to do just that, to help to build the defense initiative in the South China Sea, funding for nuclear modernization that's crucially important to make sure that we can maintain our superiority. So it is a very important sign that we are seeing steps like this one, steps like the President's sanctions against the people in the government of China who were responsible for the Uyghurs and the concentration camps, as well as for what's gone on in Hong Kong. The world has got to hold China accountable, and the Chinese Communist Party has to realize that we are going to hold them accountable, that this kind of behavior won't be tolerated. So I think it's an important step, and it's a step that I support.
We should probably also point out there was a banner that talked about a fire at the consulate. Just apparently somebody called the fire department yesterday, and it turns out the Chinese people at the consulate were burning all the documents. So
yeah,
I'm
right.
sure that's just a coincidence to the fact.
A good sign that they're trying to hide something, I'd say.
Do you think? Okay.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Congresswoman Liz Cheney, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks, you guys. Great to be with you.